begin.
What up, nation? Welcome to another edition of the Wise Take MLB First Look podcast. I'm your host, CK013. You can find me on Twitter at CK_013. And today we have a nice little 14 game slate. 14 games. It's pretty big. The huge for a Tuesday slate. But it's kind of good. I think it's kind of good. I think the reason I think it's kind of good is because there's like a few immediate spots that I did like. I took a brief look at this, and I know that, in my opinion, what I like right now, without kind of digging in, it looks like I'm going to go somewhere like high mid-tier. I think that's what most will do. This is a core slate, but it's so big, and there's the bottom tier pitching is really, really ugly, the value tier. So we have a few interesting arms up top. We've got at least one guy in the mid-tier that seems like a solid option. So I think that's going to be like the chalkier kind of build. We're going to see like anywhere from Verlander down to, I don't know, Odorizzi. Maybe some people take a shot on Price at 9K. And then I think we're going to see Griffin Canning as like, who's 7'9", not that cheap. But I think we're going to see him with really, really high ownership, especially judging by today. I know on Monday's slate it was small, but Barrios' ownership was like 40% on most of the contests that I was in on DraftKings. And so you can imagine Canning, a guy who I'm sure most consider to be a better pitcher and a guy with, you would think, more upside, should be pretty damn popular as well. The issue is under that, there's really not a ton. Maybe some of these things grow. Like I could see SMYLY becoming a little bit of a trendy option in tournaments, being as that he did well against the Pirates. Pirates have been struggling against lefties again. For the record, Steven Matz, I think, went complete game shutout against them, pretty sure. So I could see SMYLY being trendy in tournaments, but as far as cash games go, I do think we're going to see a lot of either Noah Syndergaard or Jake Odorizzi against Miami, right? Against, paired with Griffin Canning. So I think some people that are looking at Odorizzi like, dude, you've been awful lately. And the Marlins have been kind of pesky. But the people that are like, dude, like the regression bug has finally tapped that ass. He hasn't had a real good game, since Detroit on June 9th. So he was okay against Kansas City, okay-ish against Tampa Bay, his old team. And he hasn't really had a good game since, so he's been pretty bad. But he gets Miami, in Miami. Supposedly at Pitchers Park. That wasn't the case Monday. But I do think that Odorizzi and Syndergaard because he's against the White Sox, and he's been relatively consistent. 7 innings, 30, 25, 18. So it goes the distance. The only issue, of course, is he's been in the heavy talks. He's been in the midst of the trade deadline rumors regarding the New York Mets. So that'll be something to watch out for. If he is going to get traded, it's going to be within the next 2 days because the deadline is on the 31st. So we'll have to see what happens. If you haven't checked out the Wise Take podcast, Wise Take Nation podcast, it's a new show we started where we discuss a little bit of everything, sports related, some stuff that's not, but DFS, sports betting, all that kind of stuff. Everything's talk. But go check it out. Should be on the Wise Take YouTube channel. Go watch it. Anyway, so that'll be something we have to look out for with Syndergaard. He would be the preferred option, I think. If the trade rumors get real or he gets traded or scratched, whatever, then Odorizzi probably becomes the cash game dude. And the reason I say that, you can take Verlander, but Cleveland has been playing well. I guess Verlander's probably like the right answer because he's Justin Verlander and he's been awesome lately. But Cleveland is a team that can be tough and they don't strike out a ton. So that worries me. I don't want Morton against, Boston, like a cash game contest. And I don't want Bieber against Houston. Houston's been too damn good. Maybe in tournaments. So, I would prefer Verlander and Bieber in tournaments. In cash, I think Syndergaard or Odorizzi make more sense. But either way, I think Canning is there. Curious to see what Coors' ownership is going to be like tomorrow. Very, very curious. Because there's not a ton of options. to make that work. Maybe we get some value opening up on the bat end. But just kind of scrolling through this list, there's guys you can maybe take a shot on, under Odorizzi. A David Price is 9K. That's a start. I can see Zach Gallen getting some love, although Minnesota's a team I do not want to pick on. It's the right circumstance. They're going to be in the National League losing a DH, so maybe we see some Gallen-Canning combinations in order to get those guys in. Sean Reed Foley has been pitching in AAA, starting, but he has not been that great. So he gets a matchup with Kansas City. That's kind of interesting, but he's 7.8. It's not a great price. And under that, I really don't like much. So, again, on DraftKings, I think Canning will be extremely high owned. I can see him pinwheeled with the various SP1 options. But either way, maybe Coors full stacks won't be as popular. The hitters obviously will be. Maybe the full stacks won't. I like, personally, the offense that I like the most, or the game I like the most, really, is going to be the Arizona Yankee game. J.A. Happ in Yankee Stadium against Arizona, who just put up massive runs on Caleb Smith in Miami in a big park. And now they get an extra hitter in the AL. This just seems like an awesome spot for Mr. J.A. Happ to get his ass kicked. And the Yankee bullpen has been surprisingly terrible. We saw Minnesota rip right through him. Boston beat him up a little bit. We saw before the All-Star break that they were home run prone. They weren't necessarily bad. They were home run prone. We'll want to check the weather here just to see maybe we get some positive hitting conditions. It's been really fucking hot in the Northeast, man. I mean, it's been really fucking hot. But yeah, I love this game for bats. Tournaments, cash games, I don't care. And Clarke sucks, dude. I mean, he had a good game against Baltimore. Still gave up 2 homers. That was in Arizona against Baltimore. You struck out 7 guys in 6 innings. Baltimore is Baltimore. But you gave up 2 home runs in that park. It's going down. I love this game. This is my favorite game. If you can get to Coors, I'm not going to tell you not to. Coors has been awesome this year. But this is the game I'm going to try to prioritize. CJ LeMahieu's hurt? Groin? No way. We'll see. They've had a couple days off. This looks like an awesome game, though. I like the D-back side a little bit more because of how bad the Yankees bullpen is. Ketel Marte, yes. But you're expensive as all hell. Escobar, yes. Christian Walker, yes. What else we got here? I mean, the problem with Lamb is, like, I want Walker, I want Escobar. It kind of leaves him as the last man out. He's a lefty anyway, but he got some power. We know that. I'm digging this. Adam Jones back in Yankee Stadium, yeah. I could dig this. Love the D-back side. Love the Yankee side. So yeah, Coors and that are the ones that stood out the most to me. Even though there's a bunch of guys I don't necessarily want to pitch, there's not necessarily a bunch of offenses that I'm like super excited about either. I do think that the Mets against Ronaldo Lopez is somewhat interesting. Ronaldo Lopez coming off of, he's pitched extremely well, don't get me wrong, but the last time he was home was against Miami, and that's Miami. They were in the midst of like this massive strikeout thing. You look, Detroit beat them up in Chicago on July 4th. And Match Backs have been swinging a pretty good bat lately, so bat bullpen behind him. How many pitches did he throw that day? 97, not bad for 8 innings. But I think the Mets are kind of interesting. But yeah, Arizona, New York. Coors, of course, because of the altitude and all that good stuff. But that's going to have, I don't know. It always ends up chalky, right? My favorite stack is the Arizona. So my favorite offense is definitely Arizona, the Yankees. I'll say the Mets. I'll leave out Coors because it might be kind of tough for me to play Coors tomorrow. I do kind of like the guys up top more. Canning will be very popular right now. Seems kind of hard to get away from him as your SP2. As far as safety goes, Syndergaard. Maybe Odorizzi. Darvish is a maybe. The Cardinals have been playing a little bit better. In tournaments, though, Verlander is certainly appealing. Maybe his ownership is lower because people don't want to attack Cleveland. Either way, if you play one of the cheaper stacks, maybe you can make that work. But Canning seems like a pretty top option. I'll go with Syndergaard. Well, let's go cash game style. Canning, Syndergaard, Odorizzi for now. Dong watch. I didn't do the dong watch last time, and I'm sorry. It's true. I disappointed many of you. But the good thing is, when I get feedback, I can recover. And I got feedback of no dong watch. We are doing the dong watch. That was a great call. Ketel Marte, number 1. Give me that. I'm going to go with a Yankee here. And I think that Yankee maybe... I'm going to go with Aaron Judge, man. 4,800. I know he's been terrible, but... I almost said... I guess Hicks. I'll go with Hicks. I mean, I want Judge. I'm not going to take them both, though. That'd be messed up. And then, let's go with the New York Met. How about we go with... do we do Dirty Pete against the righty? Do we do dirty in this ballpark, this small park? I like that dong watch. Pete Alonso, Ketel Marte, Aaron Hicks. Yeah, I like this slate. Probably won't play course. I don't think I'm going to get there. It'll probably bite me in the ass. But I don't think I'm going to do it. We'll see. All right, guys. Don't forget to check us out at wisestake.com to see what we end up on tomorrow. I will be doing the Wise stream with Paulie D for the subscribers after we've all done our research. Of course, this show is a first look. Appreciate y'all hanging with me, though, on the first look. Make sure you hit the like button. Subscribe to the channel for more fire content. Like I said, check out the Wise Take Nation podcast. Something new. We're started only at 1 episode so far, but we'll have more coming. And check us out at wisestake.com. Again, we're running a free trial still through the month of July, which ends in like a couple days, but we may extend it through August as well. So take advantage of it while it's up there, regardless, because we don't know for sure what we're doing yet with that. Yeah, take advantage. Sign up for the All Sports Monthly, and you will get a free trial for 7 days. You cancel within those 7 days, you will not be charged. And if you like what you are getting, you just don't got to do anything. And after 7 days, you'll just be a member and blah, blah. But you will get access to the Slack chat with the trial. So I do recommend you get in there. And also the NFL package was just released, the Early Owl Special. So the regular season price is going to be $149 for the NFL only season. Full season NFL, but it's NFL only. You will get access to the Slack chat with that. And when you get into the Slack, you'll get access to all the channels. You just won't get the rest of the content unless you're in all sports or you have other season passes. The NFL you can get for $100. $100 for NFL season for all your DFS content. You got to use the promo code. It's up on the Wise Take Twitter, which you guys should be following at wise_take. But as you can see here, Wise Take Early Owl discount. Use promo code Early Owl NFL 2019. And regular price is going to be $149 when the season comes. September 1st, that price is $149.99. You can save $50 for the season. $100. You get the full season. Articles, live streams, cheat sheets, Slack chat. Let's go. MLB DraftKings. Let's do it. With that said, for myself, the entire Wise Take Nation, as always, good luck.
Yes.